Have you ever wondered how a tiny idea can just explode into a massive online success? Well, today we're cracking open the digital playbook. We're going to break down the exact steps to turn that very first click into your first real paying customer. Let's dive in. Okay, so let's say this is your entire marketing budget. 10,000 rupees. Not too long ago, that might have gotten you a teeny tiny ad in a local newspaper, seen by a handful of people, and probably forgotten by most. But today, that same 10 grand can be the launchpad for a whole digital empire. The real question isn't if you can succeed, it's how you spend it to get the biggest bang for your buck. The old way of doing things was kind of like shouting into a crowded room and just hoping the right person hears you. You're just casting this huge wide net with no clue who you're actually catching. But digital marketing? Man, that's like a laser-guided missile. You can pinpoint your exact ideal customer. You can track every single rupee you spend. And get this, if something isn't working, you can change it on the fly, instantly. So where does your money go? The choice seems obvious, right? But the real secret, the key to winning, lies in this strategy. So let's break down the playbook for building a killer online business, starting with what makes digital marketing so incredibly powerful in the first place. All right, let's tackle the big one first. Why even go digital? I mean, really? Before you put a single rupee or a minute of your time into this, it's absolutely crucial to get your head around just how powerful and efficient online marketing can be. This is the foundation of our entire digital playbook. Let's just look at the raw numbers here. This is all about return on investment, or ROI. A newspaper ad? Well, it gets you a tiny return. Google Ads? Much, much better. But then you look over at email marketing, and wow, it is in a completely different league. The difference in how far your money goes is just staggering. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. For every single rupee you put in, you get 42 rupees back on average. So what's the magic here? Why is it so effective? Simple. It's a direct conversation with your customer. There are no algorithms getting in the way. It's just a direct line to their inbox where you can build a real, genuine connection. It is, hands down, the most cost-effective tool you've got. Okay, so now we know why digital is the way to go. Let's get into the fun part, the how. It's time to actually build your online home and start getting people to come visit. This is your e-commerce launchpad. Now, this is one of the first huge forks in the road you're going to face. Do you set up your shop in a huge, bustling, crowded marketplace, or do you build your own independent store from the ground up? Let's take a look at the two main options. This slide really gets to the heart of one key idea: control. Selling on Amazon is kind of like renting a stall in a giant, chaotic market. You got to play by their rules, you don't own the space, and they can change the rules, or the rent, anytime they want. But with a platform like Shopify, you're building your own house. You make the rules, you own the land, and most importantly, you build a direct relationship with every single person who walks through your door. For building a brand that's actually going to last, owning your own space is a huge, huge advantage. All right, your store is built. It looks great. Now, how in the world do you get people to show up without a massive marketing budget? Here's a powerful 5-step game plan. First, start making short, super shareable videos. Think Instagram Reels. Next, find some micro-influencers who are already talking to your ideal customers. Then, spark some real excitement with a giveaway. Get your customers to become your own marketing team by sharing their own photos and videos. And finally, create some serious urgency with a flash sale. This is literally the blueprint for building buzz from day one. Okay, so you've got people coming to your store. That's awesome. Now it's time to turn those visitors into a real functioning business. This is where we build your revenue engine, and we're not just focused on one-time sales. We're talking about sustainable long-term income. This chart right here tells two very, very different stories. On the left, you've got a business built on ad revenue. And look at it, it's a total roller coaster. It's unpredictable, and it's completely at the mercy of things you can't control. But over on the right, you see the power of subscription revenue. It's a steady, predictable climb that gives you the stability you need to actually plan for the future and grow. So if you're offering any kind of digital service, I'm talking analytics, design, coaching, you name it, the subscription model is your new best friend. It gives you that predictable income, which is the absolute lifeblood of a growing business. It also pushes you to build real, lasting relationships with your customers by constantly delivering value. That's how you build a business that actually lasts. And this isn't just for service businesses anymore. Content creators who for so long have been stuck on that ad revenue roller coaster are also finding new, much more stable ways to make a living. We're seeing this massive shift in the creator economy. Instead of just relying on ads, creators are building their own diverse income streams. We're talking about exclusive content for paying members, selling their own courses, getting direct support from fans through tip jars, affiliate marketing, and even selling tickets to live online events. It's all about taking back control and building a more resilient business. So we've talked about products, we've talked about revenue, but now we've reached what might be the single most important part of this entire playbook. Seriously, because without this one thing, everything else just falls apart. We're talking about customer trust. This is what we call platform credibility. And really, it's just that gut feeling a user gets that your site is safe, that your policies are fair, and that you can be relied upon to do what you say you'll do. It's not something you can just buy. You have to earn it through things like secure payment systems, verified user profiles, and being totally transparent about everything. A huge part of building that trust is making a crystal clear promise about privacy. Here's a simple 6-step framework. Be totally open about what data you collect. Always ask for permission first. Protect that data with strong encryption. Only collect what you absolutely need. Regularly check your systems for any weak spots. And, most importantly, put your users in control of their own information. Look, this is more than just a legal box to check. It's a powerful way to show your customers that you respect them. All right, for our final section, let's look ahead. The digital world moves so fast. So where is all this actually heading? What's the next chapter in the playbook going to look like? So what's coming up on the horizon? Here are 4 massive trends you need to keep your eye on. First, business-to-business e-commerce is absolutely exploding, and it's creating huge new opportunities. Second, AI is set to automate so many parts of running an online business, from managing inventory to helping customers. Third, we're actually seeing governments step in to create more open and fair digital marketplaces for everyone. And finally, powerful software tools are making it easier than ever for the little guy, the small businesses, to compete with the giants. Which, of course, brings us to the ultimate question that people have been asking for years. Will e-commerce eventually just completely wipe physical stores off the map? So is this the end of the physical store? The answer is a pretty clear no. While online shopping is definitely going to keep growing, physical stores aren't going anywhere. We're human. We still crave the experience of seeing, touching, and trying out products. The future isn't about one versus the other. It's about blending the best of both worlds into one seamless hybrid experience. What's absolutely clear is that there has never, ever been a better time to build something online. The tools are there, they're accessible, and the strategies for success are out in the open. It all comes down to embracing digital, owning your brand, building a sustainable business, and earning the trust of your customers, one person at a time. The digital playbook is in your hands now. The only question left is, what will you build?